Hi, friends, and welcome to another episode of From Behind My Chair. My name is Syndie, and if you're tuned in today, you're going to hear stories from behind my chair. So, also, I want to thank my returning subscribers. I heart you so much. Actually, I'm going to say big heart because this past week I've got a whole lot of new subscribers. I appreciate you all so much, and I also want to remind you that like I do every single week, you guys are the reason why I come back to deliver these stories every single week because of you guys. You guys appreciate them and I appreciate you. So I'm here for you. Thank you so much. And if you are new to my channel, if you like what I put out there, maybe you would consider subscribing. I don't know. Well, with that, new surroundings, I'm recording in a brand new space. I got my hair did by my friend, Liz Burge. Actually, she's going to be one of my future co-hosts sooner than later, I hope. And I also have a guest co-host with me today. I want to welcome the beautiful Andrea, a really good friend of mine who is a massage therapist, massage therapist extraordinaire. Oh, you can't talk. I'm losing it.
It's okay.
Okay, go ahead, girl. Tell us about you, girl.
We're at that age. It's okay.
Age. I forget everything.
Forget, ramble. That's us.
I'm like, where's my glasses?
Yeah,
in my head.
Can't do it. I was a massage therapist for a long time. I went to school because I had a back injury. I had a terrible back injury in 1999, a work injury, and it tore up my low back. And in order to heal, I got a lot of massages, a lot of physical therapy, but the massages is what did it. And so I said, wow, I want to do that for people. I want to heal them. And I want someone to say to me, thank you for what you did for me, just like what they did for me when I was going to them in pain. Yeah. So that started that. I went to school, I studied really hard, and I did it. And I graduated in 2005 and then started my career. But, still in pain, still doing it, but I had to learn how to kind of push that down and give myself to all my clients.
Right.
And that's what I did.
Yeah, because your job is very physical. Very physical.
Very physical.
Yeah, you just put you're all into it.
Right.
And yeah.
Well, those of us that stand behind a chair or on a chair or in a chair, it's very, it takes everything we have to give to our client. Whether a haircut, massage, doing whatever. It takes a lot out of us.
Yes.
And, our clients are really appreciative of that because we put our everything into everybody.
Absolutely. Well, you can tell when you put your all into it because that makes you that much better.
Well, you and I are moms.
When you're when you put your all into your career like that, I met Andrea because our boys played football together when they were younger, and she would be in the bleachers and she would be right behind me and she'd just oh girl, let me work out that. No, it's she's got the strongest hands. Her hands are super strong. Yeah. So she has incredible hands and just so good at her craft, just so good at it. Andrea is no longer working as a massage therapist because of her injury, and sometimes that happens. Sometimes you just give it your all and you put so much into doing what you're doing that it just depletes the body, and then you have no more. You have no more left.
Yeah, I had no more.
That happens.
We have to raise a family. I was doing this in between running back and forth to LA to the studios, and then trying to pick up my kids from school, and then dropping them off with their dad, and then going back to the movie sets. Yeah. I mean, it's just
physical.
It was just physical.
And
it's a lot of work. To be our moms with our boys. Yeah. It's crazy.
So you heard her say the studio, because Andrea worked at the studio she was down in LA, Burbank?
Well, LA, a couple studios, different movies. I worked on a lot of movies. I worked on a lot of celebrities and directors and producers. It was fun times.
Rock stars.
Fun times. Yes. Everybody. Fun times.
She's got a lot of stories.
Lots of stories.
She shares some fun stories with me. So I was so glad I was able to just peg her down and get her in my chair, because I'm like, girl, you got to share these stories with me, but we have to start from the beginning. So actually, that's why I wanted to start with her injury, because speaking of her injury, I know a lot of people that in our professions, the service industry, we give so much of ourselves. A lot of times we will cause injury to the body.
Yes.
I have a lot of peers that had to leave the industry because one of the common injuries in my profession is the rotary cuff.
Yeah.
I guess it's a sports injury that pitchers usually get, and it happens when you blow dry a lot. And it
tennis elbow too, I think. You guys are doing this repetitive motion.
Yes, tennis elbow and carpal tunnel.
Yeah.
And I have some of my peers that suffer from back injuries, neck injuries, because it's really hard. Standing there all day long with your hands lifted, and then you, with your profession, just putting your all into it and kneading. And she is so strong. I mean, she is kneading away a lot of my my scar tissue, and it's just she's so fabulous at what she does, but like I said, because of the injuries, she's no longer in her industry, which is sad, but she sure did give it her all.
I gave it everything I had.
Absolutely.
Left it all on the chair.
She did.
I left it all on the chair.
She did.
Yeah.
And she had quite an interesting career because it took her into the studio. So this is a fun fact about Andrea. So I'm going to go back to when our kids play football. So we made fast friends with her and her husband, because we go to watch our kids play football, and sometimes Andrea wouldn't be there, and I'm like, where's your wife? Where's Andrea? And like, oh, she's working. So what happened was her working at the studio massaging led to her being a personal assistant to a rock star that we all know of. I can't say the rock star's name, but so she went from being a massage therapist to a personal assistant. So she's got such a colorful career that has so many
interesting
stories that it's
not just from behind a chair.
Yeah.
It's from behind a curtain.
Yeah.
I think it's called the velvet curtain. Oh no, it's the velvet rope. I'm sorry. Which I saw a lot of. All the back scenes, yes. I've seen it. Yeah, I've seen it. It was really exciting. It was fun. It's amazing where life will take you. You're working at your job and it just expands into other things. And it took me really far, and I had such a wonderful, good time in that part of my life that I hate that it's over, but I did it. Do you know what I'm saying? I pushed through. I made it through. I made a lot of people feel good. I had my name out there.
Yeah.
It was a good time.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But now things have to settle.
You're in your next chapter.
Next chapter of my life.
And listen,
moving
we're constantly evolving.
You have to.
That makes the most interesting people. The people that are just kind of evolved and from this to this to this to this. So I think that's very cool.
Well, that's what we do.
I love your story. I love your story. And I love your stories. I mean, so many good stories.
We've had a lot of fun discussing, while you're doing my hair, we had a lot of fun discussing my story.
It's fun. It's funny because a lot of times, people in the service industry, we service each other. Yeah. Which is funny because there's no way I'd make it without massage therapists. And then in return, she needs to get her hair done. So it's like, there's so many, we like help each other. Yeah. Although we help, we do it for others, but within our industry, we're like always there for
everybody.
Other.
Yeah. We just push it on. Like this person will help you. Yeah. That's how your name gets out there. When you're good at what you do, it moves forward. Yeah. And that can be a blessing and a curse. Exactly. Because once you start getting, you get your name out there and you start getting really, really busy, it's just like, oh, man. And then you're working, that 10 to 12 hour day, 14-hour day on movie sets. It becomes a little crazy.
It does. And then you lose yourself because you lose you're unable to maintain, like I said, we missed you at the football games. Yeah. Our kids were young. So you kind of missed out on a little blurb of that time right there because it just really consumed you. But you were like working towards a goal and I did it. Yeah, you did it.
I did it. I worked through it.
Yeah.
Ended. Yeah. And now we're back. Yeah. We're back, baby.
She's back, baby. Well, she's going to come back, baby.
I'm gonna come back.
So Andrew's coming back. We've talked about this because we tried filming this. And it's like, oh, she's got good stories. I'm like, Andrea, save it. You got to save it. You got to save it. So she's going to come back. She's going to share more stories about her experiences with work
behind the scenes,
massaging
cast and crew on movies that we've all seen. It's really fun.
stuff
fun.
that we're going to share for the future, because we're only doing a few minutes here, and then we're going to wrap it up and bring her back another time and share more stories. All right, guys, I love that you guys have hung out with us today. You guys are fabulous. I love you guys so much. Thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you to Andrea for coming and bringing all her some stories. More to come.
Wait, it's gonna get good, people. It's gonna get good.
It is. It's gonna get really interesting. And hey, when she comes back, maybe you bring some popcorn and a drink, and then I'll say like, hey, go potty, come back, sit. You got to hear this one. This is a good one. So guys, come back next week. Awesome stories. I'll have another guest co-host booked for next week. It's going to be fabulous. You guys have a great week. I love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. See you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.